Hello, everyone. In this video, we're going to show you how to respond to a request from Maine Revenue Services to verify your identity. Before we begin, these videos use example numbers for the purpose of demonstrating how the Maine Tax Portal, also known as the portal, works as a system and the basic mechanics of how to use the portal. The videos do not constitute tax advice. If you have a question about how to file your own taxes, how to file taxes for your business, or how to file the taxes you are preparing on behalf of an individual or entity, you should seek assistance from a tax professional. Now back to the content of this video. This is an important new feature that we really want to emphasize today. Identity theft is on the rise throughout our country, and Maine Revenue Services, or MRS, is not immune from this. Annually, MRS does receive fraudulent tax returns where someone else files a return to claim a refund that does not belong to them. Often, the real taxpayer does not know this occurred until MRS notifies them of it. MRS has many internal processes used to combat identity theft and tax refund fraud, but now we are also able to supplement these processes with a more public component. Now, if MRS internal processes identify a tax return may be fraudulent, MRS will send an identity verification request letter to a taxpayer asking them for assistance in verifying that they filed the return. An example of this letter is on your screen. Depending on the situation, the taxpayer may be asked to answer a few questions about themselves, or may be asked to provide uploaded copies of certain legal documents, like a driver's license or passport. Responding to this verification request is a non-logged-in activity, so we'll begin on the Maine Tax Portal homepage. Here, various options are organized into categories using separate panels. We will navigate to the top right panel, called Individuals, and click the Verify Identity hyperlink. We are brought to the login screen, where we'll enter in the one-time password contained in the letter. Once we've entered our one-time password, we'll click Next to continue. We'll also provide the last four of our Social Security number and click Next to proceed. On the next page, we have three options and can select only one. The options are, I did file this return, I authorized someone else to file this return on my behalf, or I did not file this return. For the purposes of today's demonstration, we are going to say we did file this return and click Next to proceed. The next screen then explains what documentation is needed to verify our identity. As always, we will read these instructions thoroughly before we begin and make sure we have the needed documents handy before we continue. If we needed, we could stop here to go gather our documents, then log in again with the same PIN from the letter. However, timing is important. We only have 30 days from the date on the letter to respond and provide information. For this demonstration, we have all the documents we need, so we will click Next to continue. On the next screen, we can upload our documents. There is a drop-down menu from which we can select which type of document we are uploading. And we can then see which requirement it satisfies. In this case, we've selected birth certificate, which is a supporting document. To upload the document, we'll click Upload and browse for the file. After uploading our first document, the drop-down menu will then only show options that satisfy the other requirement not met by the first document. For the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to select driver's license. Because we have selected driver's license as our photo ID, we are required to add two attachments. one for the front and one for the back of the driver's license. If we accidentally add the wrong file, we can click Remove Upload and try again. Now that all of our files are uploaded, we can click Submit. And that brings us to the confirmation page. It is important to note that failure to respond to the verification request letter will result in the presumption that the tax return was fraudulent and will prevent MRS from issuing the refund. That concludes our demonstration of how to verify your identity with Maine Revenue Services. Thank you all for watching.